God save the wallet.
Manchester United versus Liverpool, one of the good old derbies in the Northwest derbies, and probably one of the games that most of the people are looking forward for in this coming week of Premier League, Week 3, 2024-2025 season. Well, it's going to take place in Manchester United's Old Trafford Stadium versus Liverpool. A hopefully warm welcome towards Liverpool. Well, the previous two games, okay, let's talk about the data that we have in this season first, because it's quite a little bit interesting. And we look at the hometown game first, which is Manchester United, and the first game they'll be playing against Fulham, Old Trafford, Manchester, hometown game, first game of the week of the season, also the first game of the week as well. Well, Manchester United versus Fulham, they win 1-0, which is pretty good attack there. It's a pretty also solid forward attacking line. Mounts did a pretty good job, slightly aggressive attacking, and also have a lot of shot attempts for Mount himself only, which is one of the stronger, more powerful striker in Manchester United. Second game, when we're looking at Manchester United versus Brighton, it's a slight disappointment against Brighton there. Lost against Brighton 2-1. Well, keep that in mind, Brighton does have a quite solid improvement. So I will say Brighton, they slightly deserve the win. However, Manchester United, they are not bad at all. And Manchester United, unfortunately for you Man United fans, that is probably a little bit sad for you guys, but I do understand that. However, when we look at Manchester United's defending line, they are slightly on the downside in the whole team of Manchester United. Look at the games against Fulham, their defensive line are slightly pushing too far backward, a little bit just slightly in front of the goal line, and that's not what we want to see. Like, they should put a little bit more aggressive defensive pressure against Fulham on that game. They could have won more, and I do think that sometimes Mounts he has to step back a little bit to the midfield area and also help out from the defense, and also maybe he could also have a higher ball possession because he is undoubtedly a good player. And on the other hand, we look at Liverpool. Liverpool have been a very, very successful team recently. The first game versus Ipswich Town, well, that's like it should be a walk in the park for them. However, let's not talk too much about Ipswich Town, as we do not have that much of a data, and that won't be fair for them as well. So fast forward to Liverpool versus Brentford, the second game, 2-0 for Liverpool. They played very stable, not very aggressive, quite more possession in the midfield area, and also Liverpool, the forward attack, Mohamed Salah, the older he got, the better he plays. It is such an amazing tactic, and every shot he shoots towards the goal, the confidence he has. However, I do find there is one slight downside for Mohamed Salah here is he does not take every single opportunity. Like me as an audience in front of the TV, I do believe that Mohamed Salah has more opportunity that he have taken for the previous two games, and he could score more in my opinion. However, well, maybe he wasn't like as a player, like I couldn't comment much because I wasn't the one who was playing on the field, but as a player, he might not feel exactly confident to shoot at that area. However, in order to increase the shot conversion rate, well, it makes sense that Mohamed Salah needs, or any attackers in any teams, in order to increase the shot conversion rate, they have to be exactly confident on shooting in that goal, on that position. So, I mean, pros for him, nothing bad, nothing good. I'll say just like I think he has improved. His individual shot conversion rate has as well increased this season. He has been played very, very precise in the previous 2 weeks, so I appreciate that. Did a very good job, Mohamed Salah. Also have to appreciate a little bit of Liverpool's defending line, especially the Dutch defender Virgil van Dijk. apologies if I am mispronouncing it, the Dutch defender. He is tall, he's big, and he is mighty. He's just a very all-rounder defender. He's good at attacking, he's good at applying pressure, he's good at tackling as well. He is just beautiful. So there's pros for him, and I think that's the whole Liverpool needs him to be in the defense. And also I have to give some credit to Alisson Becker, the goalkeeper. I think he should have received more credit than he has right now. And he has done I would say he's probably one of the best goalkeeper in Premier League at the moment. Well, going back to the coming game, Manchester United versus Liverpool. Okay, so what is the prediction? What are the trends that we're looking at? Okay, Manchester United first. They have slightly increased in their shot conversion rates. They have more attempts, more on target, and also more goals, which result a little bit more, a higher percentage, and there is an improvement in there, which is good for them. And that also means that they have take every single opportunity to shoot. Which means, on the other hand, we switch perspective and see that Liverpool, they need to have a more effective attack comparing to Manchester United in the coming game. And if we look at Manchester United, their shooting and also their possession, their ball control has slightly increased in percentage as well. Which is good for looking at, especially when we look at the previous two games of Manchester United versus Liverpool in the previous season. The first game was Liverpool versus Manchester United in Anfield Road, and 68.3 ball possession of Liverpool, and 62% for the Liverpool versus Manchester United game, the second time of the season in Old Trafford. Well, I think that Manchester United, both of the games are also a draw, so a 0-0 and a 2-2. And Manchester United have very, very low ball possession here. I think if Manchester United, in order to score or win this game, they have to step up their ball possession. They need more control in the midfield. And that is exactly what is the advantage of Liverpool right now at the moment. They have really good midfield as well. A very nice constructive, very short passes, and also fast, quite speedy attack in the midfield area, which provide a lot of opportunity for the striker, especially Mohamed Salah. And the backside of Liverpool, they are actually quite aggressive at the moment of what I have observed. However, let's continue to talk about the attacking first. We leave the defense later. The shot conversion rate for Liverpool have slightly, unfortunately, lowered down a little bit, have not been improving so much. And that could also mainly because of Mohamed Salah, what I said, that he does not have that confidence to shoot, so that's why that decreased the shooting attempt. However, increasing a little bit of the goal or shoot on target, which resulting slight decrease of the percentage here. So which means that when defending, or the opponents defending Liverpool will have an opportunity to score within a counter attack, which will be one of the problems that Liverpool is going to face, especially against playing teams like Manchester United here. Ball possession here, Liverpool has always been high, and it's pretty stable, especially the previous two games versus Ipswich Town and Brentford. Recently, they have been slightly decreased in ball possession. However, this will, of course, slightly affect their attacking rate here, because when attacking, Liverpool is really relying on the midfield area here. However, which means that they have also put more pressure on the back of the defending, which is not necessarily a bad thing for Liverpool. If we look at defending in general here, Manchester United, they have a stability here. They have the ability, and their ability is enough to stop Liverpool to continue attack, which I think they have quite a high successful defending rate here. And however, when we look at every time that Manchester United lost, From what I see, it's because, as what I said in the beginning of the video, their defending lines are slightly too backwards. They need to push up a little bit. It's a very easy job that Erik ten Hag can just tell the defending line of Manchester United. You just have to push front a little bit more pressure, a more aggressive defending. Then I think it will improve the whole Manchester United team a little bit, which is not a bad thing because it's an easy job to do. So we see, are they going to do it in the coming game? Liverpool, they have improved on the pressure rate, the defending pressure rate, which means that they have pressure a little bit more frequently when the opponents are attacking at the moment. They have quite unstable data of successful defending rates here, so which means that there are quite some times when Liverpool has some of the loopholes that were used by the opponents, and use those loopholes on the defending line, and in order to score by probably a counter attack or a very fast attack in the midfield area. So a slight prediction here, or also a conclusion, I do think that Manchester United does have a slight advantage in the attacking part and defending part here, which they also means that they have a higher ball possession in the front and the back area of the field, which is a good thing for them, and which is also where Liverpool target oppositely, because Liverpool, they are more targeting in the midfield area. If you look at how they play, and Liverpool has a very all-rounded, they have a brilliant all-rounded ball possession. So if I have to say that, looking at data, Manchester United does have a higher chance of winning this game. However, on the other hand, Liverpool does have a very high potential. So Manchester United fans, you do have to keep this in mind. Liverpool is not a bad team at all. They have been working up for so many years, and they have been top of the league for so long time. And Liverpool does have the potential to win against Manchester United in this game, definitely, no doubt for that. And also, and data also shows that Liverpool does have to step up a little bit of their attacking and defending rates. So that more attack and more defense, more ball possession in the front and back area, both sides of the spectrums, a little bit more than if they might have a more threatening tactic against Manchester United. If we look at analysis before the 16th of August, which also applies to previous season, both FA Cup and Premier League, it's still pretty close, you have to say. However, number does show that Manchester United has a slight advantage still in the number sides, and Liverpool has a more flexible, more versatile way of playing against higher teams. They have a previous season. From what I see, I think the more stronger opponents Liverpool encounters, the better they play. And Manchester United undoubtedly are one of those better opponents. This data does really affect the game that we're gonna see on Sunday. Do not underestimate either teams. Manchester United has the opportunity, and also do not underestimate Liverpool, as they are also brilliant teams, undoubtedly. Here, if there is I will have to give you a little bit of betting tips here. So from what God Save the Wallet have calculated, and we also ask artificial intelligence, and we find a mean value between the calculation here, and all three numbers I'm gonna say are quite close. It's a 40% Liverpool win, 35% Manchester United win, and 25% a draw, which means that either team is going to break the record of drawing other teams, as previous season have showed, as a 0-0 and 2-2 game. Number did show that Liverpool is going to win slightly more, because most probably the number they have, and we also calculate here, is because of ball possession, as they are just so much higher comparing to Manchester United, especially the previous two games to the same opponents. And I also won't be surprised if Liverpool win the game. And if we look a little bit back down to the other numbers, it seems like either team have the opportunity to win 2-1 against each other, which is both 20%, and 50% for 1-1 or 2-2, which is a draw. So that's to say, this is quite close. However, if I were you to bet, I would bet one thing that I am pretty sure, which is Liverpool is going to score first, which we calculate 55%. First one score is going to be Liverpool. The reason I say that is because if you look at the previous game versus Brighton, well, Manchester United did not score first. It's Brighton is the first score, and that applies a little bit of pressure to the whole team of Manchester United that give them a little bit more aggressive attack and defense. So I think Manchester United, they need this kind of pressure in order to make them to score. So with that being said, the high number of percentage or possession from Liverpool is going to increase the rate of them scoring first. However, I'm not saying that they're going to win. After Liverpool score, that's going to apply quite a lot of pressure for against Manchester United, and that is where they have the aggressive attacks from Mount, and which is exactly what is good for Manchester United attackers. So Liverpool score, Manchester United score, that will be 1-1. So it really depends who is going to score next, and it also really depends how the players are going to play next game. Well, data shows that it's Manchester United, and if we're only looking at the midfield numbers, it will probably be Liverpool here. So if I have to give you a solid answer of this game, I do have to say that Liverpool will have a slightly higher chance of winning against Manchester United. But once again, I'm not going to say again, but do not underestimate either team. Corner kicks, it will be larger than 9.5 or 10.5, and which has a higher chance of winning here. Because if we look at the calculation we make here, larger than 9.5 and 90 minute we're talking about, 90 minute larger than 9.5 is 40%, and larger than 10.5 is 70%. So which means that it will be a solid win, because if we also look at offside, well, if both teams are also pretty good at setting offside trap for each other, so which means that they'll have more offside. If more offsides, they are going to result slightly more corner kicks, which is a correlation that we see from previous games. So therefore, I do believe that rather of betting who is going to win in this game, it's pretty solid to bet on who is going to score first and the corner kick. So yeah, in conclusion, I will say that data shows Manchester United has a slight advantage here, which they could aggressively attack and also provide pressure to Liverpool, especially on the side of the road, and also use more corner kicks or free kicks if they can gain any to get the opportunity to attack or score. On the other hand, Liverpool, I think they have a pretty fast attacking tactic, and they have a slight advantage in their skills here comparing to Manchester United. However, they would lose a little bit of advantage from Manchester United due to their aggressive attack, especially if Liverpool score first in the early game. So my prediction is Liverpool is going to use the advantage of high ball possession in order to create more passing in the midfield area, and also like that's to provide more and more pressure gradually towards the defending of Manchester United defense. I hope this is going to give you a nice view and also a bit of my perspective on this game. I think it's a very close game, worth watching. Is it worth betting? It really depends on you. Drop a like, pop a comment, and maybe I'm quite interested in what are you guys going to say in the comments. Maybe if you have your own opinions for either team, please feel free. I might learn a thing or two. So with that being said, I hope this is going to help you, and I'll see you guys next time, and which is probably going to be next week. Stay tuned for more analysis for Premier League, and maybe we're going to do more in the future, like maybe La Liga, Bundesliga, who knows. However, most important thing is stay tuned. Take care.